a little bit. More free throws, and then at the end of the game, whenever you're trying to get the ball back, sometimes you foul and they're shooting free throws at that point in time as well. But for our kids, we talked about it yesterday watching some film. We can't worry about what the officials are doing, and that's myself included, players. We've got to focus on the things we can control, which is our effort and our attitude, playing together as a team. Sometimes whenever you're worrying about the officials, sometimes your game goes south a little bit, and I think that's what happened. You get tired, you get frustrated, things aren't going your way, and kind of snowballs.
Well, you did get a really good ball game out of sophomore William Applegate.
Yeah, William played well. He's had a few really good games this year. He can shoot the ball. Thing about William, he's willing to step up and be ready to knock down shots. Kind of has that mentality, which is a good thing. He's an athletic body, and every game seems to be getting a little more confidence.
Well, in 6 ball games, you've had 4 different leading scorers, which is a nice thing to have, but I would imagine you're probably looking for maybe a little more consistency from everybody.
Yeah, it always helps whenever you have a kind of a go-to guy at times. Sometimes whenever it's by committee, guys don't know when to step up and when not to, and just kind of put some hesitation in their minds. And I think tonight hopefully we'll come out, play hard, and maybe we can find that guy that'll step up and make some plays for us.
Well, Taylorville, since rejoining the conference, has not lost to Charleston in 6 years, so that's something that they've got going over the Trojans. What do you expect from the Tornadoes tonight?
They kind of mix up their defenses. They'll play a little bit of man. They'll play a little bit of 1-2-2. They'll do it 3/4 court, back into the half court. A lot of times this year, they've played T-Town to an 8 or 9 point game. It was a 5-point game with about 2 or 3 minutes to play. They've played a lot of people really close, some really good teams close, and then they have about a 3 or 4 minute bad stretch where things don't go their way, and teams have pulled away from them a little bit. Hopefully tonight we can increase that stretch to 5 or 6 minutes where we're able to take a lead and be able to play our game. They took took Muhammad into overtime, who is a strong team in our conference. But they're going to play hard, they're going to play physical, and they're going to get after us a little bit.
They played Theotopolis. Theotopolis beat them by about 32 points early on, and in a 9-point game the other night. So you'd have to think they're improving.
Yeah, and they're believing in what they're doing. They have a couple kids, the Shipley kid and the number 3. I don't know how to say his name. You guys can figure that out on the radio. But really good, strong players. Some senior leadership there. They take care of the ball, and they try to get it to the basket. They're not going to stand out there and shoot 20, 25 threes. They're going to try to attack the basket and score in the lane, so we're going to have to defend and keep them out of their comfort zone.
One thing the Trojans do have going for them tonight, though, this is the first time that they've played a team on a back-to-back night where Charleston hasn't had that same situation.
Yeah, it'd be nice if after playing Mattoon last night, then having a long bus ride over here, hopefully their legs aren't what they normally would be, and would be able to take advantage of it.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Jack.
It's Charleston basketball coach Brad Oakley. Stay with us for our pregame show and then the start of this basketball game as Charleston takes on Taylorville. We'll have that for you after this 60-second break. This is Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1, The Axe.
With the difficult times of COVID, know that answers for healthcare needs are still just a phone call away. At Hilltop Skilled Nursing and Rehab, we offer a wide variety of services to meet your needs. Contact Hilltop at 217-345-7066 and ask for Jill or Bobby to set up your virtual tour and have all your questions answered. At Hilltop, we are one big, happy family, offering our services to care for you and or your loved one. See the difference at Hilltop Skilled Nursing and Rehab.
Going above and beyond for their customers is the only way to go at Lambeau's BP. With ultra-clean facilities and competitive pricing for fuel, Lambeau's BP is more than just a convenience store. They offer loyalty specials for everything, drinks to stacks, plus Dippin' Dots, brew your own coffee with 5 flavors to choose from, and a great selection of wine. When you're on the road, make Lambeau's BP your first stop, whether it's filling your tank or your vehicle. And be sure to look them up on Facebook for special offers.
Tonight, the Charleston Trojans, losers of their last 3 ball games, look to get back on the winning path as they host the Tornadoes of Taylorville. From Baker Gym in Charleston, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our pregame show, brought to you by Heritage Woods of Charleston. Along with Rob Calhoun, this is Jack Ashmore. The first meeting this season between the Trojans and Tornadoes, Charleston and Taylorville, were originally scheduled to play back on February 9th. Rob, we were on our way to Taylorville for that ball game when we got word it had been postponed, and after that, the remainder of the Trojan schedule changed dramatically.
It really did, Jack, as they were able to had to shut down a little bit after the COVID restrictions, and fortunately back playing now, but they're playing so many games in so little time.
We are now in the second of 3 straight weeks of 4 games a week. That means those days when the team is not playing, the main goal is recovery and getting the legs back more than really getting after it in practice. There's not even much time to prepare for each opponent, especially when they play on back-to-back nights. We knew going in that this would be a different kind of basketball season this year, but that 2-week quarantine really upset the apple cart. This past Saturday afternoon, Charleston lost for the second time in a week to Mattoon. This time the score was 63-54. We don't know if the Trojans, playing their second game in less than 24 hours and their 4th game in the previous 5 days, ran out of gas or not. We do know that Charleston led at halftime 32-25, but got outscored in the final 2 quarters 38-22. That second half featured a parade to the foul line by the Green Wave as they attempted 25 free throws in the second half alone. For the game, Mattoon made 22 of 29 foul shots, and this was a team that had struggled around the 50 percentile mark at the line coming into that game. Cameron Thomas led Mattoon in that game with 19 points, and Malik Carter-Smith had 16. Charleston got a career-high 20 points from sophomore guard William Applegate, and Jackson Braun added 13 more. The win completed a sweep for Mattoon of the 2 games over Charleston, as the Green Wave had defeated the Trojans 51-47 last Wednesday in Mattoon. Mattoon evened its record at 3-3 for the season and in the Apollo, while Charleston fell to 2-4, both for the season and in the league. Now the Trojans focus on Taylorville tonight, and they'll also play the Tornadoes in Taylorville next Wednesday. The Tornadoes were charter members of the Apollo Conference, left for a while, and then came back to the Apollo 7 years ago. Since Taylorville has rejoined the league, the Trojans have not beaten them, going 0-12.
Because I've got this
In
can
fact,
go on my side.
You have to go all the way back to late December of 2012 when the Trojans posted a 76. The last 10 of those 12 straight losses have come with Ryan Brown as the Tornadoes coach. Brown is in his 6th season at Taylorville and has posted a 97-71 mark. He's helped revitalize a program that had 10 straight losing seasons from 2003 to 2012 with a 52-248 record during that time. This season, the team is 7-7 overall, but is only 2-7 in the Apollo Conference, with both wins coming over Mount Zion. Last night, the Tornadoes lost to Mattoon 51-49. Taylorville is averaging 46 points a game while allowing 51, while the Trojans are scoring 51 per game and giving up 52. Looking at the numbers, it should be a good ball game tonight as both of these teams look for their 3rd Apollo Conference victory. And Rob, this is a ball game. I think it's a big ball game for the Trojans because Taylorville not among the upper echelon of Apollo Conference teams, and this is a a strong Apollo Conference field, I think, pretty much this year from top to bottom.
Yeah, and it seems like every team, when they play each other, has a shot at each other. I mean, Charleston took Lincoln down to the wire last weekend, and then you got a Taylorville team that has played some pretty good basketball in the Apollo too, and they're without one of their better players.
Yeah, that would be Bryce Frederick, who is out with a foot injury. He did not play last night, nor will he be playing this evening. And we'll be back with the starting lineups right after we take this 60-second timeout. This is Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1 The X.
Things are better at the Brick House, and getting better all the time. The winter menu is all about comfort food. Bacon-wrapped meatloaf, chicken fried chicken, baked spaghetti, seafood Alfredo, and the awesome New Orleans-inspired Cajun sausage and shrimp over cheesy grits. And be sure to try out the new appetizers, fried mac and cheese bites, smoked chicken nachos, and pretzel bites with beer cheese, along with new sandwiches and sides. Available all day, starting at 11 a.m. Online ordering also available at the Brick House Bar and Grill at Unique Suites in Charleston.
Home away from home has to offer all the perks you're accustomed to, and it does at Unique Properties in Charleston. They have affordable furnished homes and apartments from 1 bedroom up to 5. They also offer roommate match and convenient online payments. Unique Properties is the student housing leader in the heart of the campus. Take a virtual tour at unique-properties.net. Stay unique. Call 345-RENT or text 512-1124 for more info.
Our national anthem ceremonies have just been completed here at Baker Gym in Charleston. Ready for the starting lineup introduction. The starting lineups are brought to you by Coles County Sanitation. First for the visiting Taylorville Tornadoes. They are going with an all-guard starting lineup. At one guard will be Mason Clayton. He's a 6-foot senior. Another guard is Sean Chakowski, a 6'5 senior. A third guard is Wyatt Shirley, a 6'2 senior. Luke Markwell is another guard. He is a 6-foot junior. And the fifth guard is Cameron Heiness. He's a 6'1 junior. Taylorville is coached by Ryan Brown. They come in with a record of 7-7 on the season, but only 2-7 in Apollo Conference play. Taylorville wearing their gold uniforms trimmed in purple and white. For the Charleston Trojans, coached by Brad Oakley, Charleston with a record of 2-4, both on the season and in the conference. At one guard will be Corey Spohr. He's a 6-foot senior, averaging 8 points a game. Another guard is William Applegate, a 6'2 sophomore, averaging 9.2. At forwards, Jackson Burgess, a 6'3 junior, averaging 8.8. And the other forward is Jackson Braun, a 6'4 junior. He's averaging 12.2 on the season. And at center is Sam Dickford, a 6'4 senior, I should say. He's averaging 7.3 on the season. Charleston wearing their white home uniforms trimmed in gold and red. You know, Rob, I mentioned that the Apollo Conference I thought was pretty strong this season, and I think that's indicative of Taylorville's record. 2-7 in the league, 7-7 overall, so that means they're 5-0 in their non-conference games.
Yeah, they've been doing very well in the non-conference season, and this Apollo season has just been so tough. Both these teams have beaten Mount Zion twice, so it'll be interesting to see how they match up tonight.
Taylorville will open with the basketball. The fine folks at Smile Doctors Braces now bring you the first possession of the game. And since the Tornadoes are the visiting team, they'll get the ball first. Charleston will pick up defensively. Jakowski will inbound the basketball to begin play for the Taylorville Tornadoes. Ball comes inbounds to Shirley, and he'll bring it across. And it looks like the Trojans will be in a man-to-man, or maybe it looks like a triangle and two once again. To the left of the key goes to Heiness, right back to Shirley on the point. Now Heiness with it. He holds high over his head, puts it on the floor, drives to the elbow, gets the basketball out front to Clayton. Clayton goes left side with it. There's Markwell in the corner. Heiness had the three-pointer, but did not want to take it. Brings it back out on the dribble. Goes cross court, deep right corner. Clayton drives baseline, puts it up and in. Clayton got a loose along the right baseline and got all the way to the basket to give the Taylorville Tornadoes a 2-0 lead. And we've got an official's timeout stopping the clock here. I don't really know what this is about. One of the officials having an equipment problem, I believe. 2-0 is the score as Taylorville has jumped on top. A little surprised to see the Trojans in a triangle and 2, Rob?
A little bit, because that's something that they normally do not do. They like to play man-to-man, or they like to play that 2-3 zone.
They did it against Lincoln and had some success. And back with it tonight, at least initially. Charleston with the basketball. A zone is there for, looks like a zone. He's there for, no, it's a man-to-man for Taylorville. Here is Ford at the head of the circle. Backs away on the dribble. Leaves the ball for Applegate. Now with it, Braun to the foul line. Has the pass deflected. It's picked up by Bickford. Bickford at the foul line. Left side, Applegate. Deep left corner. Here's Burgess for 3. Shot's a little long, and Jakowski comes away with a rebound for Taylorville. Bounce pass along the right baseline. Goes to Heimness. Heimness on the dribble. Pass deflected. Taken away by Braun. Here come the Trojans. Braun 1-on-2 all the way to the hoop with a right hand, and he laid it in. Jackson Braun on the steal and the basket, and we're tied at 2 apiece.
Good body control that time, as it looked like Taylorville was set up to take the charge, but he was able to work around that.
Clayton has it left side, feeds the low post. There's Markwell, works for the shot, can't get it. Back to Heimness at the elbow left side. Now with it on the point is Jakowski. Markwell has it high on the left side. In the corner it goes, down deep to Heimness. Now Jakowski inside Clayton, and he laid it in. Clayton made a nice cut to the basket, got a bounce pass from the low post from Jakowski and laid it in. 4-2, Taylorville on top. Here's Spoor out front, drives down the lane, gets it off on the right side to Applegate to the foul line, 16-footer, back iron no good. Spoor with a rebound, he'll jump from the corner, shot's no good. And on this rebound, we've got a foul call, a jump ball called as Braun was in there creating the jump ball situation. It'll be out of bounds to Charleston. The Trojans will inbound along the baseline to the left of their basket.
Best thing Charleston's done this year so far is being able to control the glass. They've out-rebounded or tied most everybody that they've played so far this season.
Trojans inbound, and Applegate has it out high. Drives, gets the ball to Spoor. He'll drive to the foul line, fade away from 15, and his shot is good. Shot hit the front of the rim, the backboard, and fell in, and we're tied at 4 apiece. Shirley brings it across the timeline, goes on the right side. With it there is Markwell on the wing. He gets the ball out front to Jakowski. Left side now with it, Shirley. He's their leading scorer on the season. Clayton holds it high. Now with it, Jakowski right side. He goes to Clayton at the point. He backs away on the dribble. Left side with the basketball is Markwell. 5:20 left to go, first quarter. No score is tied at 4. Here is Markwell, drives in the lane, kicks it off right side to Clayton. Taylorville being very deliberate offensively here. Left side with the basketball is Markwell. Starts to drive to the elbow. Tries to get a bounce pass down deep to Clayton. His shot is no good, but a rebound tipped outside where Markwell checks it down. He gets the ball to Clayton. Clayton backs away on the dribble. Tries to get a pass into Markwell at the high post. It goes through his hands, out of bounds, and it'll belong to Charleston. We've got a timeout on the floor. 4:50 left to be played here in the first quarter. Charleston 4, Taylorville 4, back in 60 seconds. This is Trojan basketball on Classic Rock 92.1, The Axe.
Now, there's more to love at McDonald's of Coles County. For Lent, get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $5. Start the day with 2 sausage McMuffins with egg for $4. And the soon-to-be favorites, McDonald's brand new crispy chicken sandwiches. Traditional or spicy with crinkle-cut pickles on a toasted buttered potato roll. Available now. Prepare to fall in love. Cap off your meal with a Shamrock Shake or Oreo Shamrock McFlurry through the end of March at McDonald's in Mattoon and Charleston.
Welcome to Car Shopping Simplified, KCSummers.com. Not only do they offer 7 of the top brands in the world, but also a huge selection of late model, pre-owned vehicles, and the top service department around. And since your time is precious, they invite you to shop when it's most convenient for you, from your computer or smartphone. Submit a form of the vehicle of your dreams, and a member of their team will call you to set up a time for a test drive. KCSummers.com. Comfort shopping, just a click away.
Lakeland College's 8-week Mod 2 courses are a perfect option if you want to consider going back to school or need to boost your schedule. Courses are available in a variety of subjects, including composition, food service sanitation, Strategies for Success and Intro to Speech Communications. Classes begin March 15th and run through May 10th. To get started, visit lakelandcollege.edu/schedules and search for Mod 2 under Schedule Types.
Taylorville will press as Charleston inbounds in the backcourt. It's a 1-2-2 zone press. The ball comes into Braun. Now with it, Spohr. Still not across midcourt. Corey dribbling around. Gets it across the timeline to Burgess. Back to Spohr down the lane. Left side it goes Braun. He'll put up the floater from the left baseline. No good. Gets his own rebound. Put it up. No. This rebound comes off to Taylorville as Clayton cleared the boards for the Tornadoes. He'll bring it down himself. 4.5 minutes to go. Quarter number 1. We are tied at 4. Look at the scoreboard brought to you by First Neighbor Bank. Here's Jakowski in the left corner. He drives, puts it up, and he missed it. Rebound comes off to Bickford for Charleston. Outlet pass comes to Spohr. Trojans come down, 2-on-2. Head it goes Burgess, and he is fouled. No, they call it the other way. A player control foul, and Burgess picks up the personal foul. That was a tough call there, Rob.
It really was. As he was driving in there, the action happened right under the basket. If this is the college game, that is a blocking foul because of the simple fact that they go with that little arc that's underneath the basket. That's not there in the high school game. So that is why the official had to make the judgment. He judged that it was a charging foul.
I thought Burgess kind of got undercut on the shot myself. In the ball game comes Caleb Oakley replacing Applegate for Charleston. Here out front with the ball is Markwell. Now right side with it, Clayton. Now Heimness with it. Markwell left wing to Jakowski. Drives, put up the shot, left it short. Rebound no good by Jakowski, and Braun has this rebound for Charleston. His outlet pass, though, is deflected away and picked up by Heimness. Heimness spins in the lane, put up the shot, and we've got traveling called on Taylorville, and that's the third turnover on Taylorville. So the teams exchange turnovers. Charleston will come down against the Taylorville press, tied at 4. Low scoring first quarter. Ball comes inbounds to Oakley. Now with it, Bickford in the backcourt. Looping pass, still not across the timeline to Braun. Now they get it across to Oakley. He fumbled it and went into the backcourt to pick it up. Down deep it goes, intended for Bickford, and it's knocked away. It goes out of bounds, and let's see who they give it to. It's going to be Taylorville basketball. So the Trojans have turned it over on 2 successive possessions. They've got 3 turnovers already in the ball game, and now Taylorville will have an opportunity to take the lead as they come down with 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 4. High post, it goes to Jakowski. Left side it goes. With it there, Shirley drives baseline, gets the ball out front to Clayton. Pass deflected, but Clayton got it. Now with it, Jakowski left side. Now Heimness drives, gets it off to Shirley in the lane. His shot is blocked by Braun, and Spohr rebounds behind his back in traffic. Across the timeline, left side, Oakley for 3, in and out. Rebound tipped out front where it is picked up by Markwell. They come down 3-on-3. He gets the ball to Clayton. He drives, and we've got a blocking foul called on Charleston.
It's going to be the second one on Burgess as he didn't quite get to the point that time, according to the referee.
It'll be ball out of bounds to the Taylorville Tornadoes. That's the second on the team, both of them against Burgess, and Applegate comes back in replacing him. Taylorville will inbound to the left of their basket. It'll be Markwell to trigger it in. The ball comes in to Jakowski. Tries to get a pass in the middle off the hands of Heimness. Charleston comes up with it. Here comes Spohr, puts up the runner in the lane, and he put it in. Second basket for Spohr, and the Trojans regain the lead. It's 6-4. Under 2.5 minutes for the first quarter. Heimness has it out front. At the high post, it goes to Jakowski. Right side, Markwell. They give him the shot. Here's Spohr coming up with a steal. Takes it in one-on-one. Layup is no good as he put it up short, and the rebound comes off to Markwell. Quickly to Shirley. Down deep it goes Clayton for the layup, and he scores. We're tied at 6. Clayton has all 6 points registered by Taylorville in the ballgame. Back the other way, Spohr. He'll jump from 13 shots long, and Markwell comes away with a rebound. Here comes Shirley across the timeline. Takes it to the right side on the dribble. Dribbles up to the double team. Has the ball knocked away. It's picked up by Bickford. Now it's knocked loose again, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll belong to Charleston. Play a little ragged here, Rob, in the first quarter, as we've had several turnovers. That time Charleston came up with a steal. That was the 6th turnover already. Markwell goes to the bench as Dylan Brown in the ball game, replacing him for Taylorville. We're tied at 6. Charleston with the ball in the backcourt. Braun gets the ball off to Spoor. He gets it across to Applegate. High post it goes to Bickford. Now with it Braun. Now with it Spoor. High post Bickford. Jumps from 10. Shot's good. Sam Bickford a little turnaround from right out front. And again, Charleston has a 2-point lead. 8-6 Trojans on top. With the basketball out front's Hymas. He goes to Clayton. Now with it Jakowski. Down deep it goes. With it there's Brown. Brown looks for help. Gets it to Jakowski on the baseline. He ran into Braun. No foul call as he got the ball off to Brown. Now with the basketball is Shirley. Right side, Jakowski drives baseline, and again he runs into Braun. This time they make the call. That was like a replay of the previous one, Rob, but this time the foul went against Jakowski. It's his first and the first on the team.
The only difference between that first one and the second one, something was not called the first time and was called the second time.
Yeah, I didn't really see much difference in the plays myself, but at any rate, another turnover for Taylorville, and Trojans have the ball and a 2-point lead. With the ball on the right side is Oakley. He drives to the foul line. Cut off there. He gets the ball to Spoor. Spoor jump pass left side goes to Applegate. Now with it Spoor. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Charleston clinging to an 8-6 lead. Here is Bickford. One dribble gets the ball off to Oakley. Out front with it Spoor. Right side it goes to Applegate. Now with it Spoor at the point. He drives baseline. To the baseline he goes. Now he'll bring it back out, and the Trojans are going to hold for the final shot of the period, it appears. Charleston was looking to score early in this possession, but after they couldn't get a shot, now they're going to hold for the final shot. Braun gets the ball off the Spoor, right back to Braun with 12 seconds left. Between the circles he goes. Moves right on the dribble. Left side Oakley. He'll fire up a three. Shot is good. Caleb Oakley knocks in a three-pointer from the left wing, making it 11-6. Here comes Hymas in a hurry for three. His shot bounds off the rim, and that's the end of the first period with Charleston leading the Taylorville Tornadoes 11-6. We'll be back with the second period after we take this 60-second break. This is Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe.
Trust is a big deal when it comes to choosing a mechanic. An accurate quote, no hidden charges are a big deal too. This is Rob Myerscough, and you have my word on it. The price will be what we say it will be, now celebrating our 10th year in business. My crew continues to provide you with professional and prompt service you will appreciate. We have added a new alignment rack, and we offer a new line of brighter and safer LED headlamps. You depend on your vehicle to get you there safely, so depend on us to make sure it's running right. Myerscough Automotive, 18th Street in Charleston.
2020 tax preparation season is upon us. Are you ready? Do you have questions about your taxes this year? First Neighbor Tax and Accounting is here to help. We can help get your business records ready for tax returns. Our office also prepares all types of returns from payroll to 1099 to all forms of income tax returns. Personal form, corporations, partnerships, trusts, and estates, just to name a few. Let our competent staff at First Neighbor Tax and Accounting in Charleston, KZ, and Neoga help with your tax and accounting needs. Tax and accounting services offered through First Neighbor Tax and Accounting are not FDIC insured.
Charleston leads Taylorville 11-6 after one quarter of play as the Trojans hit a three-pointer by Caleb Oakley, just beating the buzzer to increase a 2-point lead to a 5-point advantage. And here to tell you about the second and third quarters is Rob Calhoun.
Thanks, Jack. Coming back into the ball game for Charleston, playing with two personal fouls, is Jackson Burgess. Taylorville with the alternate possession. They go to the right side, Dylan Brown. Brown on the wing, fires it up top, Chakowski, and now to the left side is Hymas. Up top, Clayton, to the right side now, Chakowski. Into the corner it goes, Shirley, 4-3, and he buried it. Shirley just calmly sank that one as he found himself wide open there in the corner, 11-9 Charleston. Spoor has it for Charleston, goes to the left side, Applegate. Applegate coming off that big game against Mattoon. Now has the ball in the corner, tries to go to Spoor. Ball knocked away. Fourth turnover for the Charleston Trojans. Back the other way, a shot up, no good by Taylorville. And the rebound comes off to Charleston's Braun. Braun back the other way. Now it's Burgess. Burgess goes up top, Spoor. Spoor to the left side is Applegate. Applegate up top, goes down deep for Burgess. Inside, puts it up and good. Good look that time from Applegate to Burgess.
Yeah, Trojans moving the ball well offensively here in this ball game to this point.
And now Heimsness has the basketball in the lane, fires it up, no good. The rebound is up and no good that time by Chakowski. Rebound to the floor. Taylorville's going to come away with it with Shirley. Tie up. Possession arrow in favor of Charleston. Coming into the ball game for Charleston will be Bickford, and sitting down will be Braun. 6:39 left to go here in the first half of play. Charleston leading by 4, 13-9. They've led by as many as 5. Taylorville's largest lead has been at 2. Applegate with the basketball. This is going to be a blocking foul. That was very close to being an offensive foul there. But Brown picks up the personal foul, his first, team second.
Tried to cut off the sideline there and got there just a fraction of a second late, it appeared.
Charleston will have the basketball after the foul. Applegate goes up top for Oakley, and now it's Burgess for 3. Got it. Jackson Burgess with his first three-pointer of the game has 5 points. Charleston, their biggest lead at 16-9. With the ball in the corner, here's a 3 by Chakowski, up and good. And it's 16-12 as the teams exchange three-pointers.
Chakowski and Shirley are the main outside threats for Taylorville in this game.
Burgess has the basketball, gets it to Spoor. Spoor up top. Now takes it to the left side, into the corner it goes. Here's Applegate for 3. Missed it, and the rebound comes off to Clayton. Now Charleston nearly comes up with a steal, but the Tornadoes come up with it in the backcourt. And now we're going to get palming the basketball as Dylan Brown trapped that one on his hip that time.
That was the prototypical unforced turnover there, as Brown just had trouble handling the ball, mishandled it, and Charleston gets it back.
9 turnovers now against Taylorville, 4 for Charleston. That 1-2-2 full court zone press is there for the Tornadoes. Bickford gets it across the timeline and throws the ball away as Charleston with their 5th turnover. Coming up with the steal there was Chakowski. Heimsness goes to Chakowski, into the corner it goes. Here's a 3 up and no good by Shirley. Rebound is up and no good by Clayton as it was blocked. Taylorville with another rebound, and we're going to get a foul. Shirley will go to the free throw line for 2. Called against William Applegate, his first, team's 3rd. 2 free throws for Wyatt Shirley. He has 3 points in the ball game, that being on a 3-pointer.
Tidal Wave Car Wash bringing you these 2 foul shots.
First free throw is up and good for Shirley. He has 4 points, and it's 16-13 in favor of Charleston. Spoor back into the ball game. Oakley will take a seat. One shot upcoming for Shirley. Sorry,
one
Jeff.
advantage the Trojans should have in this ball game is on the boards. In general, as you pointed out, they're a good rebounding team, and Taylorville with its best rebounder sideline.
But in this ball game so far, by my count, Taylorville has out-rebounded Charleston 12-7.
Seems like they've gotten a lot of loose balls that have hit the floor.
Charleston trying to break the pressure, and they do to Applegate. Goes to Spoor. Inside it goes for Bickford. Pops off his hands. And they're going to say Taylorville touched it last. Charleston basketball leading by 2 at 16-14. Spoor looks to trigger it in for Charleston. Into nobody yet. Finally gets it into Braun. Braun in the corner to the wing. Brings it up top. Here's Applegate. Applegate left side. Burgess brings it back up top. Hands the ball off to Spoor. Spoor takes it to the left side. Brings it up top. To the corner it goes for Burgess for 3, and got it. Jackson Burgess with 8 points, 19-14 in favor of Charleston.
Last week, Burgess had a 25-point game, hitting 7 of 11 shots from behind the 3-point line. Be nice to see him have another hot streak like that this evening.
With the basketball is Brown. Brown gets cut off into the corner. It goes. The 3 is up and no good that time by Chakowski. And the rebound dug out of there by Taylorville. Another rebound for the Tornadoes, and they get another second chance opportunity. Here's Chakowski, puts it up and good off the backboard. Chakowski has 5, and it's 19-16 in favor of Charleston.
When that ball hits the floor, Taylorville's just doing a much better job of getting down there and getting after it and digging it out.
So they're getting those hustle points, as they like to call it. Now Charleston's going to lose the ball out of bounds, but they're going to say it's off of Taylorville. That's going to lead us to an administrative timeout 3:58 left to go here in the first half. Charleston leads 19-16. Back in a minute, it's Charleston basketball on Classic Rock 92.1, The X.
You've come to know Huddy Chiropractic as a leader in chiropractic care in Coles County. But did you know they offer more than pain relief and chiropractic adjustments? Huddy Chiropractic can perform blood panels for food allergies and various other tests by request. They're also a great source for vitamins and supplements. They offer a variety of therapies, too, such as electronic stimulation, ultrasound, cold laser, and lumbar and cervical traction. Huddy Chiropractic, eliminating pain, increasing mobility, and so much more. Located in Charleston in the Lincoln Plaza.
Trust the team of experts at Coles County Sanitation and Recycling for all your commercial or residential services. In addition to regular sanitation and recycling, Coles County Sanitation and Recycling offers full roll-off services for bigger jobs. Locally owned and operated, Coles County Sanitation and Recycling has been serving the community for over 30 years, so you can count on them to be there when you need them most. Visit them at 655 West Lincoln in Charleston or at charlestongarbageservice.com. Proud sponsors of Charleston High School sports.
Lakeland College's 8-week Mod 2 courses are a perfect option if you are considering going back to school or need to boost your schedule. Courses are available in a variety of subjects, including composition, food service sanitation, strategies for success, and intro to speech communications. Classes begin March 15th and run through May 10th. To get started, visit lakelandcollege.edu/schedules and search for Mod 2 under schedule types.
And it will be Charleston basketball after the timeout there, as Applegate will look to trigger it in for the Trojans. Charleston leading by 3, 19-16. Spoor has it, brings it across the timeline, goes to Bickford to the right side. Now it's Braun. Charleston running a weave. They go to Applegate up top. Applegate trying to work, goes to the left side for Burgess. Up top it goes for Bickford. Bickford to Applegate. Applegate drops it off Spoor. Spoor tries to move into the corner. It goes Applegate. Drives the baseline, puts it up. No good as it popped out, and the rebound to Dylan Brown for the Tornadoes.
Good look, though, by Applegate. I think maybe Brown might have gotten away with a double dribble. Maybe not.
With the basketball up top is Clayton. Goes to the left side for Brown. Brown on the wing. Into the corner goes Chakowski. Now it is Shirley. Tries to go back to Chakowski, and we're going to get a kickball violation. It was kind of a late call that time, but it was the right call. Into the ball game, Oakley sitting down as Applegate. Taylorville looks to trigger it in, gets it into nobody yet. Finally, it goes way up top, Chakowski. To the right side, it goes Shirley. Shirley on the right wing. Goes to Chakowski, elbow right side. Now into the corner, it goes for Brown. Brown to Clayton. Now it goes up top for Markwell to Shirley. His pass is broken up by Spoor. Spoor goes all the way with the layup, no good. And the rebound comes off to Clayton. Charleston missing a golden opportunity there. And now with the basketball up top, it's Clayton. Clayton on the move, fires it up with the left hand, no good. Shirley one time's the rebound, no good. Taylorville fights for the rebound and garners it. They get another second chance opportunity. Now the ball goes into the hands of Shirley in the lane, turns around, up and under move, puts it up, partially blocked. Rebound Chakowski, and he's fouled.
Boy, the Trojans just could not get the ball off the glass in this first half.
They've been out-rebounded 18-7 by my count now, and Burgess just picked up his third.
That's really unfortunate because he's shooting the ball extremely well so far tonight. He's got 8 points in the second quarter.
2 free throws upcoming for Sean Chakowski. The 6'5 senior puts it up and good. Applegate into the ball game. Burgess will take a seat for the rest of this first half. 1 shot upcoming for Sean Chakowski. His shot is up, and this one's going to bounce off, and the rebound comes off to Jackson Braun. Charleston with the basketball. Shirley with the steal, and the shot up blocked, but the rebound is Clayton up and good.
I think that probably was a goaltend by Braun anyway.
It was. Now Charleston's going to turn the ball over once again. Consecutive turnovers for the Trojans. The three-pointers up and no good. Rebound Taylorville. Markwell in the lane. His shot is blocked, but Taylorville comes away with the rebound once again. And now we're going to get a traveling violation called.
Tough break for Brown. That looked like a pretty good move to me, but they called taking steps.
Well, I over-exaggerated myself as Burgess back into the ball game. It looks like Bickford to the bench, and he was hobbling.
Yeah, Bickford not in real good shape. He's had a lot of problems with an ankle so far this season.
Injured it in the game against Muhammad Seymour earlier this year. Charleston with the basketball. There's Burgess up top. Drops it off Spoor. We're all knotted up at 19. Here's Applegate. Into the corner it goes to Oakley, and now it is Burgess. Burgess up top to the right side. Braun for three. Missed it. Rebound Spoor. Tries to get it inside, but ball poked away by the Tornadoes.
Trojans pretty fortunate there as Spoor came away with the rebound. Tried to one-time a pass down to Oakley on the baseline, and it was tipped away.
Oakley had cut away from it too, so it was not going to be completed even if it doesn't get tipped. And now here's Applegate, drops it off Oakley. Oakley to Burgess to the right side. Now it's Spoor. Spoor up top. Spoor in the lane. Kicks it to Applegate for three. Got it. William Applegate has three, and it's 22-19 in favor of Charleston. Now every player who has played for Charleston has scored in this game.
Applegate leads the Trojans in three-point percentage at 45%.
With the basketball, Shirley drives the baseline, blocked by Braun, and Braun was not able to save the rebound. Charleston's been out-rebounded 22-9.
Braun has had a few blocks here in this first half, and that one, of course, will be counted as a rebound as the ball went out of bounds for Taylorville.
And now the ball intercepted by Spoor. Spoor taking it all the way for the layup, up and good. Corey Spoor has six. Charleston back up 5.
One problem Taylorville has had all season long is turnovers, and they're in double digits here in the first half.
I've got them for 12 right now. Shirley has the basketball up top. Slowing things down, 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Taylorville holding for the final shot here. Now that goes to the right side, Chakowski up top, it goes Shirley. Shirley at the center circle here at Baker Gym.
Trojans content to let them do that.
Chakowski has it, brings it up top, the left side it goes Shirley. Up top it goes now Chakowski, and now fires it cross court. Shirley out of bounds with 2.2 seconds left. They're trying to get Shirley in the corner that time, but the pass was a little bit too far into the corner, I guess I should say.
The press is there for Taylorville, so Charleston will be hard-pressed to get a good shot of any kind. They throw it three-quarters length of the floor. It's caught by Braun.
Puts it up, no good, and that's how our first half will come to an end as Taylorville got the rebound there. Charleston 24, Taylorville 19. Back for the halftime report after a 1-minute timeout. Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1, the Axe.
Salt, slush, snow, and grime. You can get rid of that in no time at Tidal Wave Car Wash in Mattoon and Hydro One in Charleston. $3 is all it takes for the touchless automatic, and you're back on the road right away. And the Charleston location has a dog wash, so you can bring your pooch to get cleaned up too. It's self-serve, so no appointment is necessary. Plus, it's a lot more affordable than a groomer. Tidal Wave on Broadway in Mattoon and Hydro One on West Lincoln in Charleston for a squeaky clean shine every time.
If you're overdue for an update in the house, come see the folks who've been specializing in just that for 77 years. Elliott Furniture in Mattoon. Recliners, sofas, love seats, dining rooms, bedroom sets, and a wide variety of mattresses, all from brands you trust, like Ashley, Lane, Catnapper, and more. They also have a used furniture department and financing to qualified buyers, making your house a home for less since 1944. Elliott Furniture at 712 Lakeland Boulevard in Mattoon. Open from 9 to 5 weekdays and 9 to noon on Saturdays.
We're at halftime here at Baker Gym in Charleston with the score Charleston leading Taylorville 24-19, and this is our halftime show brought to you by Wildcatters Grill. Taking a look at the scoring in that first half, first for the Charleston Trojans, they were led in scoring by Jackson Burgess, who had 8 points, all of them coming in that second quarter. 6 points for Corey Spoor. Then we go down to 3 points each for William Applegate and Caleb Oakley. And with 2 points each, Jackson Braun and Sam Bickford, a total of 24 at halftime for the Charleston Trojans. For Taylorville, they were led in scoring by Mason Clayton, who had 8 points. 6 points for Sean Jakowski, and 5 points for Wyatt Shirley, a total of 19. Looking at the foul situation, Charleston had only 4 team fouls in that first half. Unfortunately, 3 of them went against Jackson Burgess, who is the Trojans' leading scorer here at the break. The other foul was called on William Applegate. For Taylorville, they had just 2 fouls. One went on Sean Jakowski, the other on Dylan Brown. And now Rob's got some halftime statistics for you.
Charleston's largest lead was at 7. Taylorville's at 2, 4 ties and 1 lead change. 3 points off the bench for Charleston, none for Taylorville. Charleston shooting the ball 10 of 23 for 43%. Taylorville 7 of 26, 27%. From three-point land, Charleston 4 of 9, 44%. Taylorville 2 of 7 for 29%. Charleston did not shoot a free throw there in the first half. 3 out of 4 for Taylorville for 75%. Charleston gets out rebounded by Taylorville 23-9.
You know, that's really amazing and a credit to the Taylorville kids. I mean, their leading rebounder on the season is Bryce Frederick, and he's not able to play because of a foot problem. And to see his team come out and just dominate the boards like that, Taylorville really playing hard.
13 turnovers for Taylorville, 7 for Charleston.
It's Charleston 24, Taylorville 19 here at halftime at Baker Gym, and we'll be back with more of our halftime show right after we take another 60-second break. This is Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe.
Don't let obstacles prevent you from living a carefree life. Seniors on Medicaid who only receive minimum Social Security income can qualify at Heritage Woods of Charleston. The Illinois Supportive Living Program enables you to live in your own private apartment, receive the personal assistance you need, benefit from 3 delicious meals daily, plus housekeeping, laundry service, and many activities. To find out more, call Heritage Woods at 345-4900.
Heritage Woods is an equal housing opportunity and is managed by Garden Management Solutions.
Even though this school year may look different, your child still needs every advantage. Let Illinois Express Eye Care give them the gift of seeing more clearly. Whatever their age, wherever their school. Exams, glasses, contacts, they do it all. 1 pair of single vision glasses starting at $109, frame included. Visit IllinoisExpressEyeCare.com or stop by and see them at 420 Broadway in Mattoon.
Welcome back to the Press Box, brought to you by Huddy Chiropractic. 24-19 is the halftime score. Charleston with a 5-point advantage over the Taylorville Tornadoes. We do have some other scores to pass along this evening. The S Area Scoreboard Update is brought to you by First Neighbor Bank.
The JV game played before this, won by Charleston 54-26. Charleston getting their first win of the year. Luke Landris leading the way with 15 points. Grady Smitley had 13, 11 for Charlie Spoonhour, 8 for Brett Spoor, 4 for Langdon King, and 3 for Cameron Dunklin. Also playing but not scoring, Gavin Drake, Lewis LeBron, Gio Barber, Adam Rudabaugh, Luke Nelson, Parker Pounds, Santiago Edgar Brennis, David Triplett, and Matt Meisner. So Charleston once again running the record to 1-5. Upset in the making in the Apollo Conference. In the third quarter of play, Mattoon leading Lincoln 20-16. One final report in high school girls basketball. Mount Carmel over Wayne City, 50-39. At the half, it's Springfield Lutheran 34, Edinburgh 17. Monticello leads Pontiac 41-21. In the second quarter, KZ Westfield over Flora, 15-4. Edwards County leads Fairfield 17-15. Hudsonville Palestine 16, Martinsville 7, and Sullivan over Tuscola by the score of 10-8. All those in the second period.
And the last time we checked, the fourth-rated Fighting Illini had a big second-half lead over second-ranked Michigan.
It's 73-51, Illinois with 1:50 left to go in the second half.
Great game for the Illini this evening. This is another very big week for sports on the Cromwell group of stations. Tomorrow night, the Trojans will be back in action hosting Lincoln. You can hear all the action right here on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe. We'll begin with the coach's interview and our Heritage Woods of Charleston pregame show at around 7:20. On Friday, the Teotopolis Wooden Shoes come to Baker Gym. That will be the only meeting with Teotopolis, as an earlier game with T-Town had to be postponed because of the quarantine, and there were no remaining available dates to make that one up. Again, look for a 7:20 start on Friday. Then on Saturday, the Trojans close out another 4-game week with their lone non-conference game of the season at Arthur Lovington. Unlike the other Saturday games this season, that one will be played in the evening and again will be on the air around 7:20. All those Trojan games will be on 92.1 The Axe, as will the NASCAR Cup Series race Sunday from Las Vegas. That will start at 1:30. Our sister station, WMCI, carries Mattoon Green Wave basketball. And like the Trojans, they were quarantined too, so they've got a 4-game week this week as well. They are playing Lincoln tonight, Mount Zion on Friday, and Muhammad Seymour on Saturday. Those weekday games start at 7:30, while the Muhammad game next week on Saturday is at 5:30. On our other sister station, Victory 103.9 will have Lakeland Volleyball versus Lincoln Trail at 2 o'clock on Thursday. All those sporting events coming up next week on the Cromwell group of stations. Charleston Trojans basketball is brought to you by these premium sponsors: Hilltop Skilled Nursing and Rehab Center, Landman Oil, the U Hotel, First Neighbor Bank, McDonald's of Coles County, U Properties, KC Summers Nissan Mazda, and Myerscough Automotive. Well, both teams back out on the floor shooting around, getting ready for the start of the second half. And I don't know exactly what Coach Brad Oakley told his team during halftime, Rob, but I would imagine the word rebound was used a few times.
Probably so, because they have been out-rebounded on the glass. I think that Taylorville has more offensive rebounds than Charleston actually has rebounds in this ball game, according to my stats. Anyway, with Taylorville having out-rebounded Charleston 22-9.
And this was a team, this Charleston team, came in having out-rebounded their opponents this season with an average of 31 rebounds a game to 29.2. So this has been a good rebounding team throughout the course of this season, albeit a relatively short sample size, this only being the 7th game for Charleston. But Trojans have done a good job on the boards, but not so tonight.
And that's something that they can get back to doing it the Trojan way if they will just block out a little bit and make sure that you get the body on the players. Taylorville is just crashing the glass hard.
And a lot of those rebounds have gone to the court, and that's where Taylorville really has been able to dig out those loose balls, those 50-50 balls. The Tornadoes have gotten the lion's share of them.
It will be Taylorville basketball to begin the second half of play here from Trojan Baker Gym.
Located just south of Trojan Hill.
Yeah. And don't forget that we'll have Trojan football coming up here soon. That sounds weird saying football after basketball.
It really does.
Taylorville turns the ball over. Charleston with the basketball.
Bickford got away with a double dribble, and nobody saw that.
Good to see him back in after getting hurt. Here's Brom with the basketball. Up top it goes Bickford. All day for three. No good, and the rebound to the Tornadoes. Tornadoes get out in transition. Here's a shot up and no good that time by Heimsness, but he's fouled.
And that is the 4th on Burgess.
And that's exactly what Charleston didn't need as Oakley jumps off the bench for Charleston.
The Trojans are not a deep team at all. They generally play just 6 players, so foul trouble really affects them perhaps more than most teams.
First free throw is up and no good by Heimsness as Oakley comes into the ball game. Neither one of these teams play a whole lot of players. Each team has gone with 6 players so far.
Tidal Wave Car Wash bringing you this second Heimsness free throw.
Free throw is up and good. So Heimsness made 1 of 2, and it's 24-20 in favor of Charleston. With the basketball is Spoor. Spoor up top, goes to the left side, Applegate. And now it is Bickford. Kicks it into the corner. Braun tries to drive, gets cut off by Shirley. And now up top it goes Spoor. Spoor to the right side, Braun. Braun splits a double team, takes it to the basket, left it a little bit short. And the rebound, Chakowski for the Taylorville Tornadoes. They get it ahead for Clayton. Clayton to Shirley in the lane, fires up, no good, and the rebound, Jackson Braun. Back the other way comes Charleston with Spoor with the basketball for the Trojans. Spoor goes left side, Oakley. Oakley takes it right to the basket. This is an offensive foul That time, Markwell had camped himself down there, and the contact was made and the foul on Oakley.
Last time out, Charleston led by 7 at halftime against Mattoon. The Green Wave came out and scored the first 9 points of the third quarter. Charleston cannot afford a start like that here in this third period.
And now Taylorville with the basketball, trailing by 4. Heimsness goes into the corner. Shirley to Chakowski. Into the corner it goes now Markwell. Markwell open, but not choosing to take a shot from 3 over there. Now goes inside for Heimsness, puts it off the backboard and good. Heimsness with a great move toward the basket that time. He has his first bucket, 3 points for him.
Good cut by Heimsness and a nice spin move once in the lane.
24-22 in favor of Charleston. Taylorville's outscored the Trojans 3-0 here in this third period of play. With the basketball up top is Spoor. Spoor will take it to the left side. Up top it goes for Bickford. Bickford working to the right side now, Oakley. Oakley gets a screen, now takes it into the corner, goes for Spoor. Spoor up top, left side it goes, Applegate for 3, too strong, and the rebound comes off to Taylorville's Clayton. Taylorville a chance to tie or take the lead with the 3 here. They go into corner, Heimsness for 3 in the lead, no good. And the rebound comes off to Taylorville. Heimsness in the lane, puts it up and good. We're tied after that bucket by Heimsness. 24-24, this is our 5th tie of the ball game. And now, ball knocked into the backcourt, that time by Shirley. Braun tracks it down for Charleston. Charleston slows things up as Taylorville has spread out their man-to-man defense. It looked like they were set up in a zone at first. Pass goes inside for Bickford with the lefty layup, up and good. Bickford has his 4th point, 26-24 Charleston.
Trojans needed that basket in the worst way, stopping a 5-0 Taylorville run.
And now Taylorville with the basketball. On the right side is Shirley. Goes underneath. Ball tipped away. Coming away with it is Oakley for the Charleston Trojans. 15th turnover for Taylorville. Now here's a shot up and no good that time by Spoor. Rebound to Taylorville. They get it ahead for Clayton. Puts it up off the backboard and good with the left hand. Clayton has 10.
Spoor, the point guard, missed that shot and the rebound came off long, giving Taylorville an opportunity to get out in transition there.
Clayton had leaked out, hoping his team would get the rebound. And now Charleston's going to throw the ball away. And now the ball goes into the backcourt, but Charleston came back up with it. Oakley from the free throw line, up and good. Oakley, a timeout taken by Charleston. This is going to lead us to a full timeout as Charleston leads Taylorville 28-26. Back in a minute. This is Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe.
Smile big with Smile Doctor Braces. Dr. Chin and his team serve Charleston, Champaign, and the surrounding communities with the most up-to-date technology when it comes to straightening your teeth. Whether it's Invisalign or traditional braces for yourself or a family member, Smile Doctor Braces has you covered. And if the doc says it's okay, they can put braces on today. In-house financing with no credit checks and 0% interest payment plans. Visit SmileDoctors.com to get started today. Stake your claim to awesome eats at Wildcatters Grill in Charleston. They're open Monday through Wednesday from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m., Thursday through Saturday till 2 a.m., and 8 a.m. to midnight on Sunday. Burgers, wings, and breakfast available all day. And try your luck with the hot slots while you're there. If you're looking for a new job, they're also accepting applications. Wildcatters Grill, across from Eastside Package at Jackson and 18th in Charleston. Check them out on Facebook for daily specials and more info.
Lakeland College's 8-week Mod 2 courses are a perfect option if you are considering going back to school or need to boost your schedule. Courses are available in a variety of subjects, including composition, food service sanitation, strategies for success, and intro to speech communications. Classes begin March 15th and run through May 10th. To get started, visit lakelandcollege.edu/schedules and search for Mod 2 under schedule types.
Charleston taking the timeout there just to kind of, one, get a little bit of a breather, and two, to set up something that, because Taylorville has come out with a vengeance here in this second half of play.
Taylorville, of course, played last night, so as this game goes on, Charleston might have a little bit of an advantage. If Taylorville should get a little fatigued, you would think that the Trojans' legs might be a little fresher since they haven't played since Saturday.
Taylorville with the basketball after the timeout. Markwell has it to the right side. It goes Clayton. Clayton fires it cross court. Heimsness. Heimsness cross court it goes. Here is the shot from three up and no good by Clayton. And the rebound, Jackson Braun for Charleston. Oakley has the basketball. Oakley with it for Charleston. Goes to the right side for Bickford. Bickford back to Oakley, and now it's over to Applegate. Applegate on the move toward the basket. Missed the shot, and the rebound coming away with it is Clayton for the Taylorville Tornadoes. Shirley into the corner. Heimsness drives the baseline, gets cut off, goes to Shirley in the corner for three. No good. Rebound is Applegate for Charleston.
Shirley had passed on a more open three-point attempt than that earlier in that possession.
Oakley gets the ball to Applegate, knocked out of bounds by Wyatt Shirley. Taylorville with very active hands throughout this ball game.
Charleston has yet to get to the foul line in this ball game.
Well, Bitchenauer into the ball game for the Taylorville Tornadoes.
First time he's seen action in this game.
Bitchenauer, a 5'10" sophomore. And now we're going to get a traveling violation called against Charleston, their 9th turnover.
Braun got the ball on the right side, so thought he saw a path to the basket and did, but unfortunately took an extra step on the drive.
Taylorville with the basketball, a chance to tie or take the lead with a three here. They have the ball up top, goes to the right side, Shirley. Shirley gets cut off, goes into the corner. Here's a three, up and good by Chakowski. Taylorville reclaims the lead. Believe it or not, that's only our second lead change of the ball game, despite this game being close. And now Charleston nearly lost the ball, but gets it back. Bickford with a nice pass to Applegate. Charleston reclaims the lead.
Trojans had actually turned that over momentarily, but Taylorville gave it right back to them.
So we'll credit each team with the turnover there. Here's a shot from downtown, up and no good by Taylorville, and the rebound. Spoor poked it in the hands of Bickford, and now the ball poked around. Somehow Charleston comes back up with it. Bickford with a shot up, no good. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for two.
A couple of tidal wave car wash free throws coming up for Sam Bickford. Charleston is not a good foul shooting team on the season. They're hitting only 60% of their foul shots, but Sam Bickford is one of the better ones. He's hitting 78%.
So he'll have a couple of free throws here. Shack's Ebb presented by Tidal Wave Car Wash. Free throw is up, being no good.
The old announcer's jinx.
It almost works every time, doesn't it?
Except for when it doesn't. You're right.
One more for Sam Bickford. He's a 6'4" senior. Free throw is on its way, and this one's good. Bickford made one of two. He has 5 points, 31-29 in favor of Charleston. Taylorville has the ball up top. Bounce pass right side goes for Clayton. Now back up top. The fire from three is up and good by Will Bitchenauer.
Well, he's attempted 2 3-pointers, so obviously he's their 3-point specialist.
And he just picked up a personal foul, his first, team second. And now it will be ball out of bounds for Charleston. Goes into the backcourt for Applegate. Applegate brings it across the timeline, goes to Oakley, into the corner. It goes for Bickford. Back to Oakley. Bickford to Oakley to Bickford. Bickford into the corner. Braun from 15, no good. Rebound, Applegate on the back with the foul. Applegate's second, team's third. Ball out of bounds for Taylorville, leading 32-31.
It has been a long time since Taylorville has had the lead and the basketball.
And they nearly threw the ball away as the pass went right through Chakowski's hands as he wasn't expecting it. And now Chakowski takes it along the baseline, up and good. He has 11, 34-31 in favor of Taylorville. This is their biggest lead. Charleston breaks the pressure. Ball up top is Spoor to Applegate, to Oakley, to Spoor, bumped on the play by Wyatt Shirley, his first, team's third. Markwell back into the ball game for Taylorville.
Looks like game's being called a little more tightly here in the second half, although it's still pretty physical of a ball game.
Ball out of bounds for Charleston with 52 seconds left to go here in the third period of play. Spoor gets it in for Bickford. Bickford tries to hand the ball off to Braun, knocked out of bounds by Braun. Turnover number 11 for Charleston. Kitchenauer back into the ball game for Taylorville.
Third quarter has been Charleston's worst this season, and that's continued tonight.
They've been outscored 15-7 in this period as Taylorville appears to be holding for the final shot.
See how Charleston plays this.
With the basketball is Chakowski. 25 seconds left.
Trojans seemingly content to let the Tornadoes hold for that final shot of the period.
Charleston back in that 2-3 zone. Shirley has the basketball left wing. And now we'll bring it back up top.
Shirley and Jakowski are the three-point shooters.
And now Shirley on the move, off the backboard and good. Great move by Shirley. He has 7. Taylorville, their largest lead at 36-31. And that's how the third period will come to an end. We'll have the fourth period of action after we take a 1-minute timeout. Charleston basketball on Classic Rock 92.1, The Axe.
With the difficult times of COVID, know that answers for healthcare needs are still just a phone call away. At Hilltop Skilled Nursing and Rehab, we offer a wide variety of services to meet your needs. Contact Hilltop at 217-345-7066 and ask for Jill or Bobby to set up your virtual tour and have all your questions answered. At Hilltop, we are one big, happy family offering our services to care for you and or your loved one. See the difference at Hilltop Skilled Nursing and Rehab.
Going above and beyond for their customers is the only way to go at Lambeau's BP. With ultra-clean facilities and competitive pricing for fuel, Lambeau's BP is more than just a convenience store. They offer loyalty specials for everything drinks to stacks, plus Dippin' Dots, brew your own coffee with 5 flavors to choose from, and a great selection of wine. When you're on the road, make Lambeau's BP your first stop, whether it's filling your tank or your vehicle. And be sure to look them up on Facebook for special offers.
We enter the fourth period of play with Taylorville leading Charleston 36-31, and here to bring you home is Jack Ashmore.
Thank you, Rob. Trojans with a little hill to climb now, trailing it by 5. They were outscored in that third quarter 17-7, so not a good period for the Charleston Trojans, to be sure. Charleston inbounds in the backcourt. It comes into Spoor. Across midcourt is Applegate. It's this time they handle the pressure. Corey has it on the point, goes on the right side to Oakley. Oakley, nice pass down deep to Braun. He put it up and banked it in. Jackson Braun, who came in as the Trojans' leading scorer on the season, has only 4 points. It's 36-33, Charleston down 3. Here's Hymas on the baseline. It goes. Jakowski drives underneath, puts up the shot with a right hand. It rolls off. Rebound tip to the corner. They scramble for it. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a foul called on Corey Spoor. Once again, the ball hits the court, and Charleston fails to come up with it. First foul on Spoor.
31-13, the rebound advantage for Taylorville.
It'll be Markwell to inbound for the Tornadoes to the right of the Taylorville bucket. Way out front it comes, and it's knocked loose by Spoor, and Corey comes up with a steal. Quickly ahead to Braun for the layup, and he put it up too strong, and Jakowski comes away with a rebound. Here comes Hymas in a hurry. Now he slows as his teammates come down. Gets the ball to Shirley. To the lane, right side pass, goes to Clayton. Over the top of the zone, it goes to Hymas, who drives baseline. His shot is blocked by Braun, and Braun controls the rebound. Jackson Braun with the block and the rebound, and he brings it down himself, gets the ball off on the left side, ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans as Applegate had it slapped away. Charleston will inbound as Burgess prepares to check back into the ball game for Charleston. Timeout requested, I believe, by Taylorville. A 30-second timeout by Charleston. We'll keep it right here for this one. 6:57 left to be played in the ball game, 36-33, and that timeout was charged to Taylorville, a 30-second timeout.
Well, they signaled the ball to go out of bounds, and I thought they signaled that Charleston took the timeout too, but once again, keeping it right here for this one. Burgess coming back into the ball game. He had 8 points there in that second period of play. Did not play a whole lot in the third period after picking up an early fourth personal foul.
Didn't play a whole lot in the first quarter after picking up a couple of early ones either. So he's been very efficient in scoring when he's been on the floor. The problem is he hasn't been on the court that much in this ball game. 36-33, Charleston down 3. The Trojans will inbound to the left of their basket along the baseline. Spohr looks to put it in play. The ball comes in, intended for Oakley. The ball poked away from the backside, and Shirley comes up with it. Another turnover for the Trojans. That's 12 for Charleston. Shirley has it on the offensive end on the dribble to the foul line. Nice pass down deep to Jakowski, and he laid it in. Real good pass by Shirley, setting up Jakowski for the easy one. And it's 38-33, Charleston down 5. Here's Bickford. Pass, a dangerous one. It's knocked loose, and Heimness comes up with it. Heimness dumps it off into Clayton, and he lays it in. And Charleston requests timeout. Some poor passing in the backcourt leads to some easy baskets for Taylorville. The Tornadoes have opened up a 7-point lead. 6:26 left to play in the ball game, and again, we'll keep it here on this 30-second timeout. Trojans kind of losing their poise here, Rob.
Well, it's the aggressive pressure that Taylorville's been putting in. It's really sped Charleston up a little bit faster than they want to go right now, and that's resulted in several turnovers. Charleston with 13 turnovers now in the ball game compared to 17 for Taylorville. So the gap there is closing. Charleston had the big advantage going into halftime in the turnover battle.
When you're getting killed on the boards like the Trojans are in this one, you better be winning the turnover battle by a considerable margin. And as you said, that has been cut considerably here in the second half. And a lot of these have been live ball turnovers, a lot of them around half court. So that has given Taylorville scoring opportunities at the other end. Ball comes into Oakley in the backcourt. He gets the ball through the hands of Burgess. It goes out of bounds, and that's 14 turnovers on Charleston.
Once again, Charleston trying to hurry when they don't really need to at this point.
Well, that was wasn't really a bad pass. It was just a case of not hanging on to the basketball when it was delivered. Here's Clayton with it. Now with the basketball is Jakowski. Taylorville can afford to be pretty deliberate right now. We've got 6:10 left to play in the game. Here's Heimness, drives, gets the ball to Markwell in the middle. Back to Shirley, left side. Jakowski for 3, shots good. 16 points in the game for Jakowski, and Taylorville's opened a 10-point lead. This game eerily similar to the Mattoon game on Saturday. With the ball in the front court is Burgess. Now with it is Oakley. Taylorville plays a lot of low-scoring games. It's hard to score against the Tornadoes. Their bench making a lot of noise, and the fans that they have brought with them making some noise too. Here's Braun, cross-court pass, goes to Burgess. He'll pop a 3. Shots off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. This should belong to Charleston, and it does, as Jakowski hit it last. Applegate comes into the ball game, replacing Bickford for Charleston. It'll be Spohr to inbound for the Trojans. Charleston down by 10. Just under 5.5 minutes to go. It comes into Braun, open 15-footer, missed the shot, and the rebound comes off to Jakowski. Quickly ahead it comes to Markwell. He has the ball taken away. Here comes Spohr on the layup, put it up, didn't make it, but he's fouled. Corey had a little trouble controlling that dribble, Rob. Had he been able to do that, he could have been able to lay it in, but he was a little off balance. The foul went against Markwell. That's his first. Spohr will be at the free throw line, shooting 2 tidal wave car wash foul shots.
When Sam Bickford hit a free throw earlier in the third period, it was 31-29 Charleston. Since then, a 14-2 run for the Tornadoes.
Spohr at the line, shooting 2, and his free throw bangs hard off the back of the rim, no good. Corey on the season now is 20 of 38. He came in a 54% foul shooter, so he has struggled at the foul line. Has another free throw here.
Charleston with only 9 second-half points.
This one's up and this one's no good. And the rebound comes off to Taylorville. Nothing, absolutely nothing is going right for the Trojans here in the second half. Magnus has it on the left side. Go ahead, Rob.
I was going to say, a lot of that you have to credit to Taylorville's aggressiveness.
They have been more aggressive. They are quicker. And that's been a difficult combination for the Trojans to deal with. Jackson Braun picks up a reach-in foul. That's his first. It's the 5th on the team. Neither team in the bonus yet. We've got 5 minutes to go in this one, and it's a 10-point Taylorville lead. Charleston's going to have to come up with some steals, and as we mentioned, Taylorville not a great ball-handling team, so perhaps they can do that. But they need some easy baskets because they're getting virtually nothing out of their half-court offense right now. Here's Hymas, tries to get a pass in the middle, and it's a bad one, and it's intercepted by Oakley. He gets the ball off to Braun, and he'll bring it down. Braun, left side, it goes to Applegate. Applegate gets the ball out front to Braun. Cross-court pass goes to Burgess. Down deep it goes Spoor. Ball knocked loose. Here's Shirley going in for a layup. He put it up short. Rebound, though, to Clayton. He throws it back across the timeline, and that's over and back. Jakowski actually came down in the front court, but he had not established position. We've got a timeout requested, or actually the administrative timeout. We'll take a break as well. 4:23 left to play in the basketball game. It's 43-33. Taylorville leading Charleston. Back in 60 seconds. This is Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1 The X.
Things are better at the Brick House, and getting better all the time. The winter menu is all about comfort food. Bacon-wrapped meatloaf, chicken fried chicken, baked spaghetti, seafood Alfredo, and the awesome New Orleans-inspired Cajun sausage and shrimp over cheesy grits. And be sure to try out the new appetizers, fried mac and cheese bites, smoked chicken nachos, and pretzel bites with beer cheese, along with new sandwiches and sides. Available all day, starting at 11 a.m. Online ordering also available at the Brick House Bar and Grill at Unique Suites in Charleston.
Home away from home has to offer all the perks you're accustomed to, and it does at Unique Properties in Charleston. They have affordable furnished homes and apartments from 1 bedroom up to 5. They also offer roommate match and convenient online payments. Unique Properties is the student housing leader in the heart of the campus. Take a virtual tour at unique-properties.net. Stay unique. Call 345-RENT or text 512-1124 for more info.
Lakeland College's 8-week Mod 2 courses are a perfect option if you are considering going back to school or need to boost your schedule. Courses are available in a variety of subjects including composition, food service sanitation, strategies for success, and intro to speech communications. Classes begin March 15th and run through May 10th. To get started, visit lakelandcollege.edu/schedules and search for Mod 2 under schedule types.
Ball will belong to Charleston. The Trojans will inbound at half court. 4:20 left to go in the basketball game. Score across midcourt. Charleston down 10. Oakley has it out high. Now with the ball through Braun's hands, it's picked up by Shirley. He's going to take it in for a layup. He missed it. Braun may have got a piece of it. Burgess came away with a rebound. Here comes Braun to the foul line, put up the shot, and we've got a blocking foul called. This one is going to go against Jakowski. Third foul on Jakowski. It is a 2-shot foul. I was wondering if they were going to give him free throws, and they do. Title Car Wash bringing you these free throws. Braun, a 54% foul shooter on the season, and this free throw's good.
That breaks a 7-0 Taylorville run.
Braun now with 5 points in the game, and it stays at 5 as this free throw does a lap around the rim and comes out, and Taylorville comes away with it. Shirley brings it into the front court on the left-handed dribble, being guarded by Spoor. He gets it off to Hymas, has trouble controlling. He gets the ball to Markwell. Markwell's double team, looks for help, and we've got timeout requested by Taylorville. We'll take a 30-second break as well. 3:44 left to play in this one. 43-34 is the score, a 9-point advantage for Taylorville. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1 The X.
Now, there's more to love at McDonald's of Coles County. For Lent, get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $5. Start the day with 2 sausage McMuffins with egg for $4. And the soon-to-be favorites, McDonald's brand new crispy chicken sandwiches. Traditional or spicy with crinkle cut pickles on a toasted buttered potato roll. Available now. Prepare to fall in love. Cap off your meal with a Shamrock Shake or Oreo Shamrock McFlurry through the end of March at McDonald's in Mattoon and Charleston.
With Rob Calhoun, Jack Ashmore back with you from Baker Gym in Charleston. 43-34. Charleston trailing in this ball game. The Trojans led at halftime 24-19, but this second half has totally belonged to the Taylorville Tornadoes. Ball comes inbounds to Shirley, and he is going to be called for a jump ball. And it'll belong to Taylorville. Charleston reached in, created the tie-up as Shirley took it to the basket. Taylorville will inbound the basketball. Markwell will trigger it in. Markwell to the left of his basket. Inside it comes to Clayton, puts it up off balance. No good, but the rebound tipped back outside, and Clayton and Shirley has it for Taylorville. Another offensive rebound for the Taylorville Tornadoes. Shirley dribbling around, gets the ball way out front behind us, and it looks like Taylorville may be in the deep freeze right now as Braun picks up the personal foul. Jackson picks up his second foul. On the next one, Taylorville will go in the 1-and-1. It'll be Jakowski to trigger it in for the Tornadoes. Ball comes into the left corner to Shirley. Shirley drives, almost lost it, gets it down deep to Jakowski, and he laid it in. Another nice assist from Shirley to Jakowski, and Charleston trails it by 11. Here's Spohr to the right side. He gets the ball out front to Braun. He drives to the basket, put it up, missed the layup. Rebound one-timed in by Applegate. William Applegate on the follow. He's got 7 points in the game. It's 45-36. Charleston again down 9. They go inside to Clayton, and he was fouled as he went up for the shot. He'll be shooting 2. The foul goes against Charleston's Oakley. Second foul on Oakley. It is the 7th on the team. Clayton at the foul line. He has not attempted a free throw in this game. He's got 12 points tonight. Tidal Wave Car Wash bringing you this free throw, and it's good.
1 of 2 players in the game in double figures for Taylorville.
Taylorville came in averaging 46 points a game. They've got 46 right now. This one's up, and this one's good. So Clayton hit them both, and it's 47-36. Charleston again down 11. Here's Spohr, crossover dribble, kicks it off right side. Here's a three-pointer tip by Burgess off the rim, no good. Jakowski comes away with a rebound. Taylorville with the ball, down deep it goes. Clayton for the layup, and he scores. Clayton, the leading scorer in the ball game for both teams. It's 49-36 as Taylorville just blowing the doors off of that right now. Got to give the Tornadoes credit. They lost a heartbreaker last night, and they create a steal. A total collapse by the Trojans here in the second half of this ball game after they played pretty well in the first 2 quarters.
Only 12 points in the second half for Charleston.
Jackson Braun picks up his 3rd foul. At the free throw line will be Jakowski, and he'll be shooting 1-and-1. Jakowski probably not the player the Trojans want to foul here.
Well, especially since he has 18 points in the ball game. He's been great offensively for the Tornadoes here tonight.
Jakowski and Shirley, their main scorers. Free throws around and good. Taylorville 3 for 3 at the line here in the 4th quarter. They missed some real key free throws against Mattoon last night that could have changed the outcome of that game late. This free throw's up and perfect. So it's 51-36. Charleston down by 15 points, believe it or not. Here's Spohr, puts it up with the right hand and scooped it in. Nice move down the lane by Corey Spohr as he made a nice spin move. This will be a full timeout, I believe. 2:07 left to play in the game. We'll take a break as well. 51-38 is the score. Charleston down back in 60 seconds. This is Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1, The Axe.
Welcome to Car Shopping Simplified, KCSummers.com. Not only do they offer 7 of the top brands in the world, but also a huge selection of late model, pre-owned vehicles, and the top service department around. And since your time is precious, they invite you to shop when it's most convenient for you, from your computer or smartphone. Submit a form of the vehicle of your dreams, and a member of their team will call you to set up a time for a test drive. KCSummers.com. Comfort shopping, just a click away.
Trust is a big deal when it comes to choosing a mechanic. An accurate quote, no hidden charges are a big deal too. This is Rob Myerscough, and you have my word on it. The price will be what we say it will be. Now celebrating our 10th year in business. My crew continues to provide you with professional and prompt service you will appreciate. We have added a new alignment rack, and we offer a new line of brighter and safer LED headlamps. You depend on your vehicle to get you there safely, so depend on us to make sure it's running right. Myerscough Automotive, 18th Street in Charleston.
Play will be resumed with 2:07 left to play in the game. It's 51-38. Charleston picking up full court, and Burgess knocks the inbounds pass away that was intended for Heimness, but it went out of bounds, and Taylorville will keep it. Now they'll inbound towards the corner, and Jakowski will not be able to move there. They do get it in. The Spoor takes it away and throws it off. Shirley, beautiful play by Corey Spoor. Tell you what, there's no quit in Corey Spoor, even if things look very bleak, down by 13 with only a shade over 2 minutes to go.
He is definitely a hustler, and he does it on both sides of the court for Charleston.
Oakley looks to inbound. They lob into Braun. He catches it in the corner. To the basket he goes, has it slapped away, put up the shot, and he was fouled on the shot. Jackson Braun will be at the free throw line shooting 2.
He made that catch, Jack, and then he turned around, saw the baseline open, and just took it right to the basket.
That was the 4th foul on Sean Jakowski. Unfortunately, maybe a little bit too late to do any good. Free throw by Braun is up, and he made it. Jackson now has 6 points in the game. One more free throw here. He's 2 for 3 at the line. Tidal Wave Car Wash bringing you this foul shot, and this one is no good. Rebound comes off to Shirley of Taylorville. He gets the basketball to Jakowski. He has it slapped away, but it is picked up by Heimness, and we've got a foul called on Charleston that will send Heimness to the free throw line. Applegate picks up his 3rd foul. 1:52 left to be played in the ball game. It's 51-39. Taylorville by 12 points, and at the free throw line will be Cameron Heimness, a 6'1" junior. He's 1 for 2 at the line, and this free throw's no good. Rebound tipped back outside and finally corralled by Braun. Quickly the outlet pass goes to Applegate. Now with it is Applegate from Oakley. Now right side, Burgess for 3, and he hit it. Burgess with a 3-pointer, and Charleston requests time. We're going to keep this right here. Burgess now in double figures with 11. It's 51-42. Charleston down by 9. So the Trojans, Rob, showing some signs of life, but maybe too little too late with only 1:38 left to play.
Charleston down to 1 timeout remaining. Taylorville at 3. Possession arrow is in favor of Charleston, so they do have that going for them. However, a 9-point deficit with 1:38 left to go. That might be a little bit too much to overcome. We'll see.
That's 3 possessions. Now, one thing, as we mentioned, Taylorville has difficulty handling the basketball at times. In fact, they've had several turnovers tonight. So that's what Charleston needs to do. They need to pry that ball loose and convert them into quick baskets if they want to have a chance at a comeback here.
But Taylorville has done a much better job here in the second half taking care of the basketball than they did in the first half.
You know, Taylorville was down against Mattoon yesterday, 13 points, and came back and made that a ball game. In fact, they had a chance to tie it on a 3-point attempt by Shirley that bounded off the rim late in that ball game, and ended up losing it by 2. Taylorville will inbound. The ball comes into Shirley, and he's fouled immediately by Spoor, and I'm sure that's the player that Ryan Brown, the Taylorville coach, wanted fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, and he'll be shooting 2, as that was the 10th team foul on the Trojans.
Shirley, one of their best players, relatively quiet tonight with 7 points in the ball game.
He's got 2 for 2 at the line to this point, and he has 2 free throws here, and the first one is up and good. Jakowski in the ball game is the leading scorer. I think I mistakenly said Clayton was, but for Taylorville, Jakowski has led them in scoring. We'll have all the scoring for you. This free throw's no good, and the rebound comes off to Burgess. Here is Spoor in a hurry. Down the lane he goes. Scoop shots up and in. Corey Spoor has 10 points. It's 52-44. Charleston down 8. Now with the basketball is Jakowski in the backcourt. Shirley looping pass across the timeline. Jakowski quickly ahead to Clayton, and he has his shot blocked out of bounds by a hustling Corey Spoor.
He was actually wide open when he caught that pass, turned around. All of a sudden, Corey Spoor comes flying out of nowhere to block that.
And Clayton hurt his hand on that block. Here is Markwell inbounds the ball to Jakowski, and we've got timeout requested, I believe, by Taylorville. Yes, they did take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 1:16 left to go in the basketball game. 52-44, Trojans down 8, and Taylorville will have the basketball when play is resumed. So it looks like the Trojans are going to fall short here in this ball game, Rob. Both of these teams came in with 2 conference wins, and both of them had beaten Mount Zion twice for their conference win. So this figured to be a big swing game. Charleston won the first half, but Taylorville's won the second half, and unfortunately they've won the second half more convincingly than the Trojans did in the first.
Yeah, 33-20 advantage for Taylorville here in the second half. I do have a score for you, Jack, and we have an upset. Matt Toon has beaten Lincoln 35-32.
You know, it is an upset, I would suppose, but Matt Toon, if you look at just the talent on that team, is probably a more talented team than Lincoln is. Now, that's the 3rd loss this season for Lincoln. They had only 2 losses in their 3 previous years in the Apollo Conference. 2 conference losses, I should say.
And it was usually Muhammad Seymour that got him.
Muhammad Seymour got him once, and Taylorville got them once when Taylorville had that really good team a couple of years ago. Trojan coach Brad Oakley wanting to correct where the ball will be inbounded. Charleston had set up its defense based on where he thought they would inbound, and not agreeing at all with the official's decision here. Ball comes inbounds to Shirley. Shirley gets a high ball screen, moves out near the half-court circle, drives down the lane, dumps it off to Jakowski, and he lays it in. Again, Shirley assisting Jakowski, and it's 54-44. We've got a minute to go in the game. With the ball out front is Braun. Right side, Burgess for 3. This shot's an air ball. Jakowski has the rebound, and let's see how the Trojans play this. They may not foul at this point. Shirley goes cross court, gets it to Jakowski. In the corner it goes Hymas. Charleston chasing but not fouling right now. Jakowski drives to the foul line, and he gets it off on the right side to Shirley, who's in the lane. Kicks it off left side to Markwell as the Charleston picks up a foul finally, and I believe this one's going to go on Spoor. 2 free throws coming up here for Charleston. Foul number 4, Corey. That's the 3rd foul on Corey Spoor. Jakowski back at the free throw line. Jakowski has 11 points in this quarter. He's got 22 points for the game. Free throws up, and it's around and off. Overall, Taylorville's done a nice job at the line here in this ball game. Free throws brought to you by Tidal Wave Car Wash. This free throw is up, and this one's good. So Jakowski hit 1 of 2. He's got 23 points, and here's Applegate having some trouble in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline. Here is Oakley. Bounce pass right side, goes to Burgess, drives, kicks it off left side. Here's Braun for 3, shots long. Rebound goes to the corner for Hymas, and with 13 seconds left, this will probably be the final score as Shirley dribbling around, pass deflected. It's intercepted by Braun. Jackson taking it the length of the floor, clears to the left side, shot is blocked, and this rebound is taken out of there by Markwell, and that's the final in the ball game. It's 55-44. Charleston falling to the Taylorville Tornadoes tonight. Charleston with the loss falls to 2-5 on the season and 2-5 in the Apollo Conference. Taylorville improves to 8-7 on the season and 3-7 in the league. And we'll be back with our post-game show right after we take this final timeout. This is Trojans basketball on Classic Rock 92.1 The X.
2020 tax preparation season is upon us. Are you ready? Do you have questions about your taxes this year? First Neighbor Tax and Accounting is here to help. We can help get your business records ready for tax returns. Our office also prepares all types of returns from payroll to 1099 to all forms of income tax returns. Personal form, corporations, partnerships, trusts, and estates, just to name a few. Let our competent staff at First Neighbor Tax and Accounting in Charleston, Casey, and Neoga help with your tax and accounting needs. Tax and accounting services offered through First Neighbor Tax and Accounting are not FDIC insured.
With Rob Calhoun, Jack Ashmore back with you from Baker Gym in Charleston. The final score tonight, Taylorville defeating Charleston 55-44.